Here's the teardown of the iQOO 15 Ultra, the ultimate gaming phone. Can the 15 Ultra's hidden fan structure really be more powerful than the Red Magic 11 Pro Plus? Is the iQOO 15's upgrade worth the 2,000 yuan price difference? The official renders show such a cool internal design. What if we made a transparent version? I get at least 91 requests daily for the iQOO 15 Ultra. It just launched today, and I spent 6,000 yuan on a 16 plus 512GB Black 277 config to bring back and tear down for you all. Red Magic's GM Zhang, seeing the iQOO 15 Ultra, instantly attacked, saying it dared to be called Ultra with just Red Magic's basic specs. Red Magic fans quickly followed, saying an amateur level dared to challenge authority.
However, Geekbench's tests reveal the iQOO 15 Ultra's cooling is truly impressive. So, can this phone really shake Red Magic's status in the gaming phone world? Let's just take it apart and compare them. Just looking at the body, this back cover has a hidden secret. On the surface, it looks like a plain black cover, but when you shine a light on it, you'll find it hides a hexagonal reflective pattern. It's so subtly cool, I love it. The camera module also features many layers and textures, with a hidden ring of subtly vibrant orange trim underneath. So, comparing the subtly stylish iQOO 15U with the overtly flashy Red Magic 11 Pro's design, which one do you prefer? Below the iQOO's camera module, there are 3 more openings. These serve as the fan's air inlets. Air enters here and then exits through 3 openings on the right side. Let's directly compare the airflow on both sides. A slow motion shot provides a more intuitive visual comparison.
The Red Magic is like this and the iQOO is like that. You can all use this as a reference. Then let's compare the fan noise from both sides. They're both turned up to maximum volume. This one is the Red Magic and this one is the iQOO. Red Magic, iQOO. I just checked, and when you activate this new iQOO phone, you can claim a 60-month fan warranty. Honestly, I've truly never seen a fan with insurance before. They claim that both water damage and non-human damage can be repaired. Could it be that this fan isn't waterproof? Let's just test it out.
And this fan is clearly waterproof, and after pumping it, you can see the water sucked right in. How exactly does it do that? Later, we'll take it apart and see. We'll compare it with this Realme Neo 8, which also uses an M14 substrate.
The Realme Neo 8 screen was quite impressive when compared to other phones. When playing HDR videos, the iQOO 15 Ultra's 8000 nit peak brightness advantage is quite obvious, making bright scenes look more transparent. And I'm not sure if it's due to the AR anti-reflective film, but the iQOO 15 Ultra also has better viewing angles, so I suggest all manufacturers quickly adopt this film. Okay, that's all for the exterior for now.
All the internal components of this iQOO 15. The 15 Ultra worth its 6,000 yuan price. How is the fan made waterproof? Or whose design is more efficient, its fan or Red Magic's air duct? Let's quickly start disassembling it.
First, heat the back cover with a heat gun, then use a plastic spodger to pry it open. The IP69 adhesive is quite strong, especially around the camera module. You can also see the yellow metal pins on the module, which connect to the motherboard, using the camera module as a signal ring to boost the signal. And there's this small component on the module. Although it's next to the air inlet, after removing it, we found it's not the fan. Upon closer inspection, this module integrates a small LED beads on the port, an ambient light sensor, and an infrared emitter. The back cover, I noticed, uses a relatively thick fiberglass material, not the glass found on the iQOO 15. The advantage is that it's lighter and won't break easily. But in terms of feel, I actually still prefer glass. Do you feel the same? Now let's look at the details of the air intake. At the air intake, it's covered with a fine dust filter mesh. So unless the environment is really harsh, you won't have to worry about dust getting into the fan. Okay, let's check out the iQOO 15 Ultra's internal structure. How would you rate this internal design on a scale of 1 to 10? The internal craftsmanship of Blue Factory phones is consistently excellent. Very neat. So let's remove the motherboard first. Damn, is this motherboard cover really this complex? You see screws hidden everywhere, and I bet there are still more. There must be some under this graphene heatsink. Oh look, after peeling it back, sure enough, there's another one. But on this point, it's quite well designed, as its entire airflow path is covered with a large graphene heatsink, meaning it should have heat dissipation on both the front and back. It's rare to see such a complex structure in an iQOO phone. Let's start today. Make part of the mainboard cover. The front of the mainboard cover features an NSA coil positioned higher up. Underneath the jar, there's a large graphene heatsink, and above it, a 40-watt wireless charging coil. Turning to the back, this is quite noteworthy. The mainboard cover integrates a 1115 coaxial speaker from AAC Ruishing Technology. The last time we saw this speaker was probably on the Redmi K80 Ultra. Its external sound quality was truly incredible. So, coaxial means, as you can see, its sound unit is divided into 2 parts, corresponding to high and low frequencies, using the same central axis. This design allows for greater separation between high and low frequencies and a wider sound range. Next, let's remove one of the iQOO 15's core technologies, the cooling air duct. I must say the volume of this cooling duct is truly impressive, and a large amount of thermal paste is applied where the duct meets the processor. Additionally, a hole is cut into the mid-frame, allowing the fan's bottom to directly contact the VC for cooling, which makes the cooling efficiency higher. After looking around, I found this fan isn't connected to the motherboard via a ribbon cable, but through these 4 small contact points at its base. power supply, which means this air duct acts as a single unit, goes straight through the devices inside. This air duct doesn't directly touch the device's interior, so water, dust and similar things can all enter, but they won't get into the device via the fan. This approach is similar to the Honor Win we took apart before. Alright, moving on. After heating it with a heat gun, we'll just pry this air duct right open. As in that case, the internal structure of this fan is much clearer. The air blows in from the bottom of this deco, then takes an S-bend and exits through the fan. If water gets in, it's the same principle. It also enters through this opening and flows out through this one. Water getting into the fan won't affect the main body, you can be completely assured. You can see the air duct's width is still quite generous. The fan size is similar to the Red Magic and Honor Win phones we've disassembled. We can compare them. Next, let's remove the camera module. Once removed, we see the main and telephoto cameras, which generate significant heat, have hollowed out designs at their corresponding positions, allowing the cameras to directly contact the VC cooling. So, the iQOO 15 Ultra's camera specs include an IMX921 main sensor, plus a 50-megapixel GN ultra-wide, and an LYT 600 3x inverted periscope telephoto lens. This year, all brands have started using this inverted periscope telephoto tech. The advantage is it greatly saves internal space within the device, but the drawback is telephoto macro isn't as easy to achieve. Actually, this rear camera module, if you directly put it on the iQOO 15 standard version, it should also be usable. But when I bought it, I asked a Vivo employee. The main difference between the iQOO 15 Ultra and the standard version is actually just this fan.
The fan needs a large battery.
It has an extra 400 mAh battery. Now, if you guys aren't looking for the most extreme gaming experience, the camera quality is actually the same, and the iQOO 15 standard version, with its excellent gaming performance, is also a great choice. I checked Zhuanzhuan's used price. It's 3,478. That's over 500 cheaper than the original 4,100. Plus, every phone on Zhuanzhuan undergoes multiple official quality checks, so the quality is guaranteed. Okay, after removing the motherboard, you can see the thermal paste on the SoC's heating area was applied as if it cost nothing. The amount used is truly excessive. Its performance trio includes the 5th gen Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, along with LPDDR5X and UFS 4.1 and a Q3 dedicated display chip. Furthermore, the motherboard uses a single layer design that aids heat dissipation. It's truly impressive that they can use a single layer motherboard while also considering the camera system. Okay, let's move on to disassembling the charging port. The bottom speaker is a symmetrical 1115 coaxial speaker, just like the top one. Let's compare its actual external sound with the Red Magic 11 Pro. So, who do you all think has better external sound quality? Next, let's remove the motor from the charging port cover. This motor specifications are also quite impressive. It's an AAC Ruxing Technology 091640 model. Let's compare its size to a standard 0809. Not only is it twice as long, but it's also much thicker. And the main difference is that regular motors only have 2 contacts, while this 091640 has 4 contacts. The reason for having 4 contact points is that it supports simultaneous vibration along both the X and Z axis, which allows for a more delicate haptic sensation. Next, we remove the charging port's subboard. Its transfer speed is 5 Gbps USB 3.2 Gen 1, and it also supports bypass charging. The battery is removed. This battery features a single cell, dual interface design, enabling faster charging and a longer lifespan. Then, for those upgrading the battery, here are the dimensions. 5.8mm thick, 68mm wide, 81mm long. Its capacity is 7400 mAh, 400 mAh larger than the standard iQOO 15, and it supports 100-watt fast charging. The manufacturer is Shenzhen Xinguangda Technology Intelligent Co., Ltd. First Branch. Recently, we've been disassembling quite a few 2000 tier devices. This 7400 mAh doesn't actually feel that large, but for daily use, it's definitely sufficient. Okay, that's it for the teardown. Let's reassemble the phone first. Now, the internal design of this iQOO 15 Ultra, it's clear a lot of thought went into it and many materials were used. This internal design is so complex, so high-tech.
Or if you want to see the transparent version, let me know in the chat. If enough people, we'll just DIY one.